This video breaks down what's actually on the real estate exam. Now, my name is Robert Rico, R-I-C-O, and I've been teaching real estate for a mighty long time. And I've helped thousands, tens of thousands of students pass the exam. So by the end of this video, you'll know how the test is built, which parts matter most, and where people lose the most points. If you appreciate this type of content, tap that subscribe button. Now, let's get straight into it. Let's start with how the whole test is put together, because here's something a lot of people don't find out until test day. In most states, the real estate exam comes in two separate parts. The first part is the national part, which covers the general rules of real estate that stay the same no matter where you live. The second part is the state part. The state part, which covers the real estate laws for your state and your state only. Now, California does it a little different. In California, it's all one test, run by the DRE, which stands for the Department of Real Estate. You might want to know that. Florida is different too. It's all one test, just like California. The exam lengths and passing score vary from state to state, but most will fall around 150 questions. You'll get about 3 hours to finish, and you'll need 70 to 75% to pass most states, which works out to 105 to 113 questions correct. Now, every single question is multiple choice. So there's no writing and no essays, so you don't have to worry about writing a whole documentary. You just pick the best answer out of 4. But here's the catch, and this part's important because a lot of these questions are written to trip you up. You'll see words like most likely or except in all caps. And they do that on purpose, you know. They want to see if you really get the idea or if you just memorized a few words and hope for the best. This is why it's important and crucial to understand the concept. Now, let's get into what's actually on it. First up, here we go. Property ownership and land use controls. Mother of mercy, that's a mouthful, but you got this. These questions are all about who owns what and what they're allowed to do with the land. You'll learn different ways a person can own property. You'll learn about easements, which is someone else who gets to use part of your land like a shared driveway. And you'll learn about the power the government has over land, like when it can take land for public use. A question here might give you a situation and ask, let's see, what kind of ownership is this? Next is the agency laws and fiduciary duties. Agency just means who the agent works for, and fiduciary duties is a fancy term for the duties an agent owes their client. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Like be loyal, be honest, tell them everything, and protect their confidentiality. And listen, pay attention to this one, because the agency shows up a lot on the exam. So if you're deciding where to spend your study time, this is a big one. After that comes property valuation and financial analysis questions. Mother of mercy, another mouthful. This is how you figure out what a property is worth. You'll learn the main ways to set a value and what makes a price go up or down. They might give you a home, show you a few recent sales nearby, and ask which one is the best match. Next is financing related questions, which is how people pay for a home. You'll cover the types of loans out there, the main lending laws, and how foreclosure works, which is when the bank takes back a home because the owner stopped paying. A question here might describe a loan and ask, what kind of loan is this? Then you've got transfer of property questions, which is how a home goes from one person to another. You'll learn about deeds. You'll learn about title insurance, which protects you if someone claims they own your property, and about escrow, which is a neutral middle person who holds the money until the deal is fully done. My definition, escrow, a neutral third party that protects the integrity of the transaction. A question here might ask, which kind of deed gives the buyer the most protection? Next up, practice of real estate and disclosures. Now these are the rules agents follow every single day. Fair housing, advertising rules, keeping your client's money separate from your own, and what you have to tell a buyer about a home. That's disclosing. Now I want you to listen up here, because this one's heavily tested just about everywhere. Disclosures, fair housing, and the everyday rules come up again and again. So if you skip this, you're in trouble. Give it the time it deserves, man. Give it respect. A question here might give you a situation and ask, did the agent break a fair housing rule? And the last big national topic is contracts. Contracts. Some people are afraid of them. Now, these are where agreements that make a deal real. You'll learn what makes a contract actually count, what goes into a sale agreement, and what happens when somebody breaks one. A question here might ask, is this contract valid? And if not, what's missing? Boom, done. Now let's talk about the part everybody's scared of, math. Take a breath, relax, because I've got you covered. The good news is this. The math is a smaller part of the test than most people think, and it's the same handful of problems every single time. You'll see things like splitting a commission, splitting costs based on time, figuring out the size of a piece of land, and some basic loan math. It's not calculus, man. That's exactly why it's beatable. You can dominate this. Now, if you're studying for the exam, you're in the right place. This YouTube channel has tons of videos and different concepts, vocabulary, and practice questions. Thousands of people pass because they subscribe and watch this channel. Just look at the comments, man. Look at the comments. I didn't make them up. Our website, www.usrealtytraining.com, has even more vocabulary and concept explainers and how-to guides, like how do I submit my application to apply for the exam? We have everything here, everything. I mentioned the practice of real estate and disclosures is heavily tested on the exam, so don't take it until you know these laws right here, right there. I'll see you when? Yeah, in the next one.